And we're live.
Welcome back.
Good
Welcome,
vibes,
welcome back, everyone, to Good Vibes Live. This is Good Vibes Live, episode 9. I'm one of your hosts, joined with another one of your hosts. But most importantly, our lovely guest today is the wonderfully talented Brieana. How are you doing?
I am ecstatic. I'm doing fine. How are you?
Oh, living the dream. Happy to be alive, just like everyone else.
That is not what people say when they're happy to be alive, Liam. When they say living the dream, they want to die.
If you say it enough, it becomes truth.
Sometimes I have trouble separating my dreams from reality, and I get stuck in where I am. So I don't even know if I'm dreaming right now.
It's just a lucid dream is life, right?
Oh, it is, man.
Well, if it's a lucid dream, I would have hoped that you would have better than the shelving behind you. Like I'd be like, dream bigger, Liam. If this is your dream, be in the lava lamp. Don't just have them behind you.
This took me days of working over it. Hey, speaking of which, to the listeners, Brieana is the wonderful mind that created our Good Vibes Live brand. Our Good Vibes this t-shirt, which we actually, I believe, just sold our first one.
You did. I got the email.
Which is big, everybody. Let's hear it. We got a fan. We got a fan.
That is, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Where was it sold to, Liam?
Al Qaeda, but that's not really the point now.
Fans are fans. It doesn't matter how it starts.
They really like us, Mike. They love us.
They're all about good vibes. I don't know too much about Al Qaeda, but I do know they love good vibes. That's all I know. They're all about good vibes. Good vibes.
They love good vibes, and in particular, they love Brieana's her craft. They just respect it so much. I believe they asked if it could come in teal, and I was, of course, it can come in teal, and they love teal over there. So let's hear it again for
very in season. It really pops against the sand dunes.
Where can you buy these shirts, Liam? For all those listeners out there who now know you can indeed buy that shirt and hoodies. I believe is that.
You can buy t-shirts, you can buy hoodies, you can buy stickers, you can buy a whole bunch of things I'm going to rattle off when I get to my store that it's sold in. It's great.
Let's defer to Brieana because she is the expert.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not going to, stall and filibuster because my internet's slow. All right, it's loaded. Perfect. So, yeah, go to tpublic.com/user/Brieana, Brieana. You're going to have to spell my name right in order to find it, which is probably a design flaw, but that's fine. It's not like I had any control over it.
Link in description.
Yeah, link in description because I had all the control over it. But you can buy tank tops, crew neck sweatshirt, long sleeve t-shirt, baseball t-shirt. And Liam, if you want, I can turn on the other stuff. Like you can sell stickers and pins and magnets and notebooks. And
turn it all on.
We can do all this? This is all...
Yeah.
What? Oh,
can we sell Good Vibes Live rolling papers? Is that a thing you can make?
That is not a thing that they have, but they have a lot. They have mugs. They have all the little kitschy things. It's like a Zazzle store, but
Well, I'm gonna buy a mug and I'll be drinking from it every episode. Probably that'll be
that's a good idea.
Yeah, or for the live shows, which we're supposed to be starting. Any day now. It's just a matter of time, not when. But
once Liam starts smoking weed again.
I've been off the. I'm back to strictly freebase. Strictly freebase.
Welcome to the club because
it's good. Better for the lungs.
I've never smoked weed, so I don't know. But
for real,
I've never drank, smoked, or done any drugs or done any cigarettes. Nothing.
I have a drug test later today.
Cool. I sell my piss, so let me know. I have all.
Oh, actually, I'm in the market for piss.
I talked to someone where I sold her my piss shortly after, well, she still has that job, so it's hey.
Good for her.
I am a job creator, okay?
You really are. And you created a job in selling the pee, and now you're creating more jobs for the people who are buying it. Really, that is quite the business. You're quite the entrepreneur, Brieana.
Yeah, I don't fuck around. I'll sell anything. You need my blood? I'll sell you my blood. Fucking just give me a water bottle. I don't care.
You got to get the cookies as well. Don't sell yourself short. They give
No,
you
they ain't
cookies
getting
and
nothing. They ain't getting none of that bougie ass Burger King coupons from me. You get what I get.
Could I make a comment about urine?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I got a comment about urine.
Okay.
Okay, so a long time ago, about a summer ago, I had to pass what is what Mike's just described in a drug test. Now, for the sake of the story, I'm going to say this hypothetically happened. Okay.
Okay.
I'm freaking out, because I didn't know I had to pass this drug test, and I was stoned. And when I found out about it, and I'm like, oh boy, what do I got to do? And I'm with my buddy, and he's like, we got to go to this smoke shop. They got piss there.
Oh boy.
And I was like, really? Turns out at most of these smoke shops, right, you can buy fetish urine,
Mm-hmm.
which is intended for fetish play,
Mm-hmm.
What?
which is how they sell it.
That's where I get my fake pee from. That's how I've passed every drug test in my life, is using fake urine from smoke shops. They can sell it legally because, like Liam said, technically, first off, if you're into getting peed on, nobody's using fake pee. You're getting peed on. There's not like the half.
You are getting pissed off.
Yeah, no one's like, oh, I want to try it with fake pee first. No, grow up and get peed on like an adult.
Like
I don't want this synthetic blend bullshit. None of this gluten-free piss. I want it straight from the source, raw from the tap.
I want to give a shout out, frick, man. Ah, dang it. I forget the name of LabCorp. LabCorp. Big shout out to LabCorp.
LabCorp.
That's like the company that drug tests in the world, and they don't really do a good job. That's all I have to say about LabCorp. So big shout out to them. Today's sponsor, LabCorp.
This is good. This was a good little it's a self-help podcast, right? Maybe we're helping someone in the very same Al-Qaeda.
Exactly.
Maybe someone's going for a job interview and they are like, oh man, I've been hitting this Afghan Kush all day. And now he's got to, get a entry-level marketing position, and he's stressing, but now he's like, these people, he has the teal shirt on, he's loving it. He's like, I can go buy fake piss. We just helped him, and now he's going to get that, entry-level marketing position and rise above the situations he's, been living in lately. So congratulations to him.
Mm-hmm.
That was my anecdote about urine.
Big shout out to the fact that you still have to get drug tested for marijuana in states where it's legal. That seems ridiculous.
Mr. Fed, everybody.
It really apply to me because I'm just like, oh, well, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. The best way to pass a drug test is to not do drugs. That is definitely the number one way to pass. However, that's just not an option in my life.
Not happening. Not happening. Brieana, let's talk about you and less about piss, though, because that's why you're here. You're our guest, and
it's true. I just answered like 3 emails, and like I didn't.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was just working, moving weight. Y'all are talking about piss. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, we were pushing piss, so it was.
Check your Facebook Messenger. I also made your store so that you can sell pins, magnets, notebooks.
I'm looking at it right now. Hold on.
We also know Liam's on his phone because his video shut off.
Dude, we have Good Vibes Live.
It looks so weird. Liam's.
Yeah, they have masks.
Your still picture, Liam, is very funny to look at. Like, knowing who you are and what you are, to see you just all prepped up in a suit, acting like you're not who you are, is a very funny visual.
Thank you very much, dude. Mike, this is crazy. Brieana, we got phone cases, wall art, notebooks, pillows, tapestries, pins, magnets, and then face masks.
Yes.
Bro, I'm going to deck my fridge out in magnets. It's just going to be Good Vibes Live everywhere.
Oh, yeah. They're like the die-cut magnets. They're very nice. The stickers. They're real good.
I just got to start hanging out with people again and just leaving it at their house. And then eventually...
stickers. I'm going to just start tagging people's cars with stickers. Like, when I skate by, I'm going to just slap it on the back of their car. Sticker.
Nothing wrong with a good old sticker slap.
That's what I'm saying. I played enough TonyHawk to know how to do it, too.
Hell, yeah. I will do an ollie and then not break.
Press on.
Yeah.
That's how all great podcasts found their base, actually. A lot of people don't know that, but if it wasn't for stickers and tagging.
And TonyHawk.
And TonyHawk. Yeah. TonyHawk. He's our next guest, by the way.
Did you actually see TonyHawk is running for president?
Really?
Wow.
I wish the fuck he would. You know, I wish I was Tony Hawk. I'm still healing my longboard accident.
I was going to ask, how
did it happen?
I thought I was Tony Hawk because I listened to a lot of the soundtrack, and that doesn't mean you have skills. That doesn't mean you can just go down a hill. And I went down a hill with Jesse. Shout out Jesse. And I made it down the hill this time. The first time when I sandblasted my ass off, I destroyed. No, I like really fucked up my leg. It was disgusting.
Yeah, I saw the clip or the video or the pic. Fuck.
Fucking good. And but yeah, that's because I fell. I was wearing fucking shorts and whatever. But this time I fell. I had pants on. I was prepared, and I go down. Still no pads though. Maybe I should just get those. But fuck them. And so I go down, and Jesse didn't know that there was like construction at the end of the street, and the metal plates in the road. I go over the metal plates, I make it, but I'm going at such a fucking clip because I just went down like a hill, and the rubble and like the sand and shit. If it wasn't there, I would have just coasted. Would have been sweet. Would have been in the clear. But didn't do good.
I too am recovering from a nice little longboarding injury.
Yeah, look, we have matching.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Yeah.
My fall was way less rad though. I was just going like across a intersection and wasn't paying attention, hit a pothole, and in front of a ton of traffic just busted my ass. And I was like, oh man, and I just cried walking home.
See, I skated back. I was like,
I was so upset.
I laid on the side of the road. I knocked the wind out of me, and I was just there for like 20 minutes. Not even 20 minutes. I was like, I just need a moment. And then I'm like breathing, and then he's like, all right, let's go. And then I was like, just gently skating back or whatever. Because Mama didn't raise no bitch. Okay?
Oh, see, I'm a bitch. I was just tight. I like threw my board. I was like, fuck all this shit. I hate everything. And then I just like was like, don't talk to me. When my boy came over to me, I was like, don't even talk to me. And then I walked home.
I was just like, Jesse, please comfort me by standing over me and making sure nobody, like, I don't know, throws like a Dunkin's cup at me or something on the side of the road in Worcester. And he was just like, oh no. And he's just like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's fine. Just please stand there. And then his comforting aura just,
healed you.
It healed me. And then I rode back to his house, and he was like, next time we'll just go downtown. I was like, word.
Number one Juggalo comedian in the world, everybody. Jesse Burlingame.
Yeah, Jesse rules. He's the best.
Jesse's great.
He's a Juggalo?
Oh yeah, like legit Juggalo.
Every day?
All day, every day.
Is that an everyday? That's an everyday affair. It's not like just for concerts.
Found love, fam.
So does he wear makeup every day?
No.
Oh, okay. Are there Juggalos who wear makeup every day?
I'm sure there are.
Okay.
The real ones.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said every day, all day. I was like, damn. So my man is committed.
No, Jesse once famously, as we know, performed at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Performed?
Oh yeah.
Like comedy?
Comedy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, no, he wasn't.
I thought you meant like with Insane Clown Posse.
No.
I mean, technically, they're in the same.
Yeah, 10, I think.
I'll give it to him.
Maybe.
No, I mean, they're
count it.
separate. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Moving on.
Yeah, Jesse's not here. Jesse's not here right now.
Yeah, Jesse's not here.
His interview. This isn't his interview. This is Brieana.
Who's the guest here? I'm the
right.
guest.
Exactly. I just sorry. I started thinking about Jesse, and I was getting all flustered and
yeah. You're just
nervous.
like that. He would have been a way better guest instead of having this bitch and her fucking stupid hair just talking.
Brieana, stop. Let's talk about you. Here we go.
Oh, you sure you don't want to talk about piss again for the next 20 minutes?
I'm sure if I can fit in organically, I will. But so yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 more times before we're done. But what do you want to talk about first? Comedy, your amazing artistic abilities, everything that makes you you. Your
God, who cares about
trivia?
Trivia? God, get out of here. I will probably never run trivia again. Like, don't get me wrong, love the venue, loved it, loved doing it, but don't love doing it, actually.
Did you get to be the MC for like a trivia night?
Yeah, it paid very well, and I was like, it wasn't taking off. And I was like, I don't want to cost this venue money. Like, I could have kept doing it. They were super down. And it's like, I could have fucking made a lot of money. But I was like, I don't think, like, it just wasn't taken off. And, like, I don't know, I promoted it, I did it, but, you know, maybe in the future we'll try again. But, like, I don't know, it wasn't as fun. I love doing comedy and stuff, and I love doing, like, little events. But when I have to do something, like every single week, like, all the, I don't like having commitments. I don't like, I don't like having to do something all the time, like, unless it's, like, something I want to do. And when I get bored with it, I get bored with it and I move on, so.
Sure. I heard that. I too do not like commitments or being told what to do.
Yeah, I do what I want to do. Like, I pay my own bills. I live alone. Nobody's fucking telling me nothing. I will fucking do whatever I want to do. And if people don't like it, well, they can just eat my clam. Don't care. Don't care.
The number one self-help podcast on the internet.
Well, yeah, it drives me fucking bananas when I see people posting all the time, just getting in each other's business, being like, oh, why are they doing this? Or, oh, why are they doing that? It's like, unless they're, like, actually being, like, shitty and unethical, who fucking cares? Leave them alone. They're like, oh, it's so cringy when comics, like, post this or that. And it's like, well, what are you doing? Oh, your 15th fucking podcast? Cool. No offense, Liam. I love you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
This is only our 9th podcast.
You know what I mean, though? It's like people who do nothing always have the most to say. It's like, you don't see me on those comments because I'm too busy doing dumb fucking projects, like drawing scratch tickets and making collages and, like, trying to just fucking do anything to, like, be creative and try to, like, find something cool. I don't know. I'm just not into it. And I guess that seems self-defeating because I'm being judgmental right now. But, like, you know what I mean? It's like... Yeah. I wouldn't just say it. I don't go out of my way.
The devil's workshop is in idle hands, right? Mm-hmm. You know, if I didn't have, you know, this podcast, right, which, you know, me and Mike try to do every week, if you know, we didn't have this, I think we'd both just be vagrants on the street, you know, eating trash and other smaller living things.
Wrong with being vagrants. That's something I see all the time. Like, I don't know if it's a big issue where you live, because you live kind of like in the sticks, but like I live, like, not that my city's big by any stretch of the imagination. It's more like a glorified town, but like there's like a lot of panhandlers and stuff, and I'm in the local groups because like I'll like promote shows or whatever I got going on. And a lot of posts for a long time was always like, ugh, these fucking panhandlers. It's like, they don't see this. They're not seeing it. They're not going to stop even if they did. It's like, who cares? Like, just let them be. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm very just let people be. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, I'm the kind of person where, like, I literally keep a stack of ones in my wallet specifically for them. Like, it's like, oh, yeah, if they're, like, on my side of the window, here's $1. I have, like, a thing of snacks in my car. I'm like, you want some fucking Cheetos? You hungry? Here you go. You need a bottle of water? It takes so much less effort to do something kind than to, like, be pissed off and be like, you should stop doing this. It's like, why? Like, who cares? Like, they're not affecting you. Like, I'm not giving you $1. Like, do you want some Cheetos? I'll give you some fucking Cheetos if you really need it. Like, I don't care. Like, what's your problem? I don't know. People just need to fucking relax. I'm getting real heated about people not being fucking relaxed.
It's good. It's good. It feels, you know, sometimes it's necessary to expel demons like that.
Talk your talk.
Yeah,
you gotta talk. It's like, because I don't even like talking about it. I'm probably going to ask you to edit this part out later because, like, I'm because I don't like the people either where, like, you know, like the dodo or, like, those, like, feel-good videos where it's like, here I am giving money to this guy. Or, like, it's like, that is so performative. It drives me bananas. I'm like, I don't, like, just do good things to do good things. Don't do it to show people how good you are because it doesn't fucking count. Like, it just feels self-serving, and it shouldn't be a self-serving thing.
There's this YouTuber. He's like one of the #1 guys now. I want to say his name's Mr.Beast or something.
I think me and Jesse have actually talked about him before. Is he the one where he gets like $1 bajillion to do something stupid?
Dude, his whole shtick is just giving people money, and like he gets millions of views on every video, and it's like, it's such a weird. Like, it's awesome, kinda, I guess, you know, as far as, like, it's that over, you know, someone who's probably making the same amount of money unboxing fucking iPhones.
Don't get me wrong. I would much rather someone like him genuinely, like, giving it away. I would rather someone be self-serving, performative, and annoying, but giving away than someone like Jeff Bezoz who just hoards it all or whatever, or, like, a big percent of it. So
Hey, he doesn't hoard it. He reinvests it into other things to make him more money.
yeah, well,
That's what
me
he
and
does.
you already talked about this and went over this. When it comes down to percentages, he's not really like, if you have as much as he does, like when I give away $5, I'm giving away a bigger percent of like my life, my like worth
I see.
than like, so it's like, yeah. And it's
I'm a
like,
Jeff Bezos defender.
yeah, it's
Only
like
I
he
don't like
could do
billionaires.
more. He could
I think-
absolutely do
I
way
have a theory.
more.
I have a theory that Jeff Bezos like sits at home and cries. He's like, I'm trying my best, but like you guys have no idea what it's like to have all this money and everybody wants stuff from you. And I'm like, damn, I empathize with Jeff. I think Jeff Bezos is just trying his best and just happens to have billions of dollars. So we all yell
Yeah,
at
you know, he just exploits the labors of his workers.
Allegedly.
Die in his warehouses every day, and like
This is an Amazon podcast. We're
Yeah,
sponsored. by Amazon.
Jeffrey is our #1 Patreon subscriber.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident Jeff Bezos will invest in me if I keep
actually, fun fact, I get the emails when people order Good Vibes Live merch, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who bought that t-shirt. He is
Jeffrey.
It makes sense. He knows that we stand up for him, so he's like, yeah.
No,
once
but
we
like
get that money-
I've gotten into that argument, I guess, with like a lot of people.
I don't
And
actually like
it's
Jeff
always
Bezos.
it's always the same thing. Well, it's his money. He can
Yeah.
do, but it's like,
Well, I
at what
don't care either
fucking
way.
point are we gonna like be like? Is there? Because it's like, it's not like I'm shitting on like a local businessman who like, you know,
Yeah.
has like a really good landscaping. Like, yeah, that's his money and he earned it. At what fucking point is he just like like, I know how stocks work. I understand how it works. Like, money is just making money. He's not really doing anything.
Yeah,
He
I
just
feel you.
has it. Yeah, it's like I don't applaud that. I don't think it's
I'm not actually a Jeff
Positive,
Bezos
like-
defender. I just think it's fun to defend Jeff Bezos. I see what you're saying. I don't really know what I would do with billions of dollars, so I
Well,
can't.
I have
judge
no,
him
literally, I can't, like, I don't even imagine myself with $1 million. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's the one argument, the counter argument is like, oh, well, you're just jealous. Absolutely not. The last thing I ever fucking want is like money on that scale. Like, I want enough to pay my bills. Like, I like my little apartment that I have here. I like my shitty little 2014 Corolla. Like, I like living within my means. I just want to be like happy, and I want
What if your comedy or art takes off?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if my art ever like took off, I would immediately investing it in like other things to like support other people. Because like I said, like I don't do it like for me. I do it to like make other people happy. That's why like my friends are always like, why do you charge like so cheap for your art? Like, you should get more. And I'm like, because realistically, I know that the people who enjoy this don't fucking have a lot of money. And it's like, I'm not going to squeeze people because I can get a few extra bucks. Like, if I cover the cost of my materials and I can maybe like pay my electric bill so I can keep the fucking lights on, so I can keep making this shit, like, I'm happy with that. It is not about profits. And it's just like, people like don't get that, especially in this like culture. Like, people like, oh, like even people in comedy, they're like, I want the big house and all the cars and brr, brr, brr. It's like, Doug, I could live here. My goal is to like live out of my car. If I can just do comedy and stuff, like, it just feels like the wrong reason to be in any creative pursuit. If money is the driving force behind any creative pursuit, it's never really gonna fucking take off. Because like, let me tell you right now, you will get frustrated and burnt the fuck out. Like, you are not getting money for art. Like, sorry, but like,
That's the take of a real artist, someone with passion, who lets passion drive them above all else. I have only ever told a joke for the sake of maybe someday getting a paycheck out of it. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about anyone at all. Jeff Bezos, I would kill for you. I would kill people for you for money. I don't care who. I don't care what they've done. I don't care if they have dirt on you or whatever. I will do whatever it takes, whatever you want. Just let me in. Let me in, Jeff.
I agree with both of you, whereas I feel as if you love something enough, if you're doing it for, like, if money is your reason, you're going to be you're going to fuck up. Like you said, you're going to burn out. But if you do it, if the secret ingredient is love, the end result will likely be money, because if you love what you're doing, you're going to be so good at it. And we live in a capital-based society, and people are going to pay you for what you're good at. It's all about finding like what you like. We've been convinced as a society that like you're not supposed to be happy at work. Like, it's work, it's a job. You're not supposed to be happy. whoever fell for that is a fucking moron. Like, why would you? That's 8 hours of your day. You don't want to be happy for 8 hours of your day? You're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry to say. Anyways, you have to like I totally lost where I was going there. Anyway,
No, but it's
That was
like you
good.
look at people, but like, okay, yeah, like talking about like a company setting, you talk about like Jeff Bezos and shit, and it's like some of those Amazon, like, yeah, he pays like above like whatever, but like the work that these people do, like I know people who've worked at Amazon and they're like, yeah, the conditions suck, that like it's not worth the money, it's fucking miserable, and it's just like,
we need
like,
to revolt.
talk about Walmart. A lot of those people are on fucking like government assistance, and you're telling me Walmart can't find the funds to kind of restructure their shit so like the top tiers get a little bit less, so that chunk can be spread across the real workforce. Like there's like a handful of top management, but if there was no cashiers and no nothing, Walmart would not fucking run. Without the little guys, there is no, like, it's not trickle down, it's fucking trickle up. Like, if, like, you get rid of, and, like, people bitch now about, like, oh, there's never any Walmart, like, cash registers open and this and that, and it's like, yeah, and imagine if the ones you do have are gone. Like, you think that's because there's a shortage of cashiers? You think that's because no one wants to work at Walmart? No, that's Walmart cutting corners, and then they're expected, like, they want us to be mad at people stocking aisles that they're not on a cash register, and it's like, I'm not gonna be mad at them for doing this shitty fucking job that I'm not gonna fucking do. I don't want to fucking work there, but I'm not gonna shit on them for working there either. It's like people who shit on fucking McDonald's workers and stuff. It's like, how are you gonna bitch about them, but your fucking fat ass is getting a fucking Big Mac every day? Like, you can't demand a service and then shit on the people who fucking provide it, and then put the fucking people up top on fucking pedestals. It's like, you do know that the CEO of McDonald's is still a McDonald's employee, right? Like, he still works for McDonald's. You can't shit on the lowest tier, but then somehow look up to the top tier and like think that I'm not going to think you're an asshole for that. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like,
No.
they're so fucked. They're so fucked. They'll fucking circle jerk and look up to people at the top, shit on the people at the bottom, and just not even acknowledge that it's all the same fucking company. And like, you're just mad at the wrong people.
It's just the biggest con the American people have lied. Like, the middle class has like been convinced that it's poor people's fault that they're poor by the upper class. Like, we're mad at the wrong people. Like, the middle class has been like brainwashed forever to believe that they can be everyone in the middle class can be an outlier and become the millionaire. And poor people just have to work a little bit harder and they can become millionaires too. The single mother with 5 children and like working 3 jobs has to work harder and she could be rich. Like, no, it's just a fuck.
It's like, no, like, I'm fortunate where I was actually watching a documentary about like women, because you know, like the pay gap. So it's like women, it's not even really a pay gap between men and women. It's really between like men and women without children and women with children. And it has like a whole bunch of factors. And then so like my pay gap, like personally, if me and you had the same job, actually wouldn't even be as big because I don't have to deal with kids or whatever. So it's really not as like dire as it is for someone who has to deal with childcare, the fact that she has to like be there for the child more. That's why she doesn't get promotions, because she's at work less. And it's like all these like societal things, because people think like women are good at child rearing, and I'm like, dog, I will fucking kill a fucking fake cactus. Like, that thing is dead. Like, I do not nurture shit. I don't even fucking take care of myself. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, living's dumb. Who cares? But like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, there's like so many fucking factors. And the thing that like, yeah, like people say like, oh, like poor people just stop being poor, just work harder. And it's like, they'd probably hear the shit I say and just assume that like, like whatever, this and that. And it's like, I've actually pulled myself up by my bootstraps. Like, I used to have like I went from dishwashing fucking 60 hours a week so that I got a car, so that I could work at a portrait studio where I then made more money so I could eventually get a better job because now I had the car. Like, my mom didn't give me any money. Like, I didn't have parents. And in fact, when I worked at the portrait studio, the person I was dating, my ex-fiance, we had a joint bank account, which is like, you know, problem number 1. But like, whatever, you're stupid. You assume love is real. Like, whatever, you do dumb things. But he had drained our bank account and left me with nothing. And rent was 2 months due because he was deleting emails out of my account so that I didn't see that like rent was due and stuff, and he was just blowing the money and left me with nothing. And I had to like grind my shit off at work and fucking like just crawl myself out of this fucking hole, and like a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's like, and that's after I already dealt with the fact that like when I moved out at 19, I've been working since 16. It's like, I wasn't given like, oh, here's a stimulus package from mommy. Oh, I paid your first like rent, or oh, I'm gonna pay your phone bill. No, I didn't have a cell phone for like 2 years after moving out on my own. Me and my ex shared one. Like, we walked everywhere. We took buses. So it's like, for people to fucking tell me like, oh, no, I took my fucking L's, and like I, struggled. I did everything. I did the whole work hard, and like I'm comfortable where I am right now. But people have to realize, like, that is not easy, and it is not a fucking good life to live. Like, it's not like fucking sunshine and rainbows. Like, it's really fucking not. Like, I had food stamps at one point. I don't right now, but I did. And like, and it was just so fucked up, because it's like, physically, if I didn't have those, we probably wouldn't be buying food. And it's like, but I still wish I didn't have them. And it's like, why am I wishing that I starve so that, what, people don't fucking judge me? It's like, fuck off. Like, no, I got the fucking help, and I was working hard, and I got to where I was. But like, and that, even then, that is fortunate. It's not a guarantee. Like, there are people who work dishwashing jobs, and it's like, the only reason I even got out of that was because I'm fortunate enough to have the skills that I have in photography, and like got that fucking like portrait studio job. Like, I really don't think hard work has anything to do with it. I think luck is a big fucking part of it. And it's like, yeah, you put in what you get out and stuff, but some people really just are dealt a shit fucking hand. Like, not everybody can be star fucking creators. Like, not everybody can like be a fucking doctor. Not everybody can be a fucking lawyer, but like, everybody deserves to have food, and everybody deserves to have a place to live. They deserve to not live a life of worry and like strain that a lot of people deal with when you have people who fucking own like 15 different houses and they're all expensive. Like, that to me is just gross. And that's why I don't like Jeff Bezos. I don't like rich people. I don't like people who idolize that, because I would much rather work hard and open like those like tiny communities that are popping up to like rehabilitate homelessness. Like, those are my fucking dreams and goals. None of my fucking dreams and goals have anything to really even do with benefiting me. It's all shit that I want to do for other people. And so like, when people are like, oh, how do you hate money, but you're always like selling shit and doing stuff? It's like, because it's part of a bigger plan, bitch. Okay, so buy my fucking collage and shut up and leave me alone. How about that? Like, but I don't like explaining that, because it makes me sound preachy and dumb and boring. And I don't know. I feel like I just filibustered for 20 fucking minutes. But that's how I fucking feel. Okay, God.
I enjoyed the whole thing. I was here for it, and I thought even Jeffrey, that's what I call him. That's how we call each other. This is how we react, how we interact.
Jeffo on a first name basis.
Yeah, Jeffo. Sometimes he's Jeffo.
Jeffy B.
Jeff Dog.
Jeffy B. Funky Jeff Bezos is another one. He loves that. He loves Funky Jeff Bezos. But
hey, what's up, Bez Dog?
Yeah. I'm like, maybe you might have struck a chord with him, honestly, with that. That was so powerful, and I can't imagine someone in his shoes not being stricken just a little bit. Maybe he goes out on his yacht today and he throws a gold bar.
Like $1 million to something, even though $1 million is like the equivalent of like a nickel to him. Like,
yeah. Do you think I want to see where do we want to take this exactly? I feel like you hit everything that you probably wanted to say there. I mean, that was really good. Honestly, it was great content. Great content from the heart, everybody.
Just screaming about
that's what an artist does. I'm talking.
I try to live my life by.
I'm sorry. Go on. I didn't mean to. I was trying to compliment you.
It's just me yelling about like, oh, this is how I live my. And it's like I don't know. I feel like whenever I say stuff like that, people, if they disagree, take it as like a personal attack, because that's not how they. And it's like, I just want to clarify. I don't care. If you want to be a Jeff Bezos, I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. I'm not going to magically respect you for no reason, but I'm not going to like think you're an asshole. I just don't care. Like, I'm still going to do things my way. I'm going to think the things that I think, and I'm going to do what I do. But like, don't try to change my mind, because you're not going to, because I'm not going to change yours. So like, I don't care. Okay.
Jeffrey, he's pretty open to new ideas, believe it or not. So maybe
he's a super open-minded guy.
Yeah, he's an open mind. He's been experimenting with psychedelics a lot and really opening his creative.
The other rich one, Elon Musk or whatever.
Yeah, they've just been huffing ayahuasca.
Me and Elon did did 5 grams of mushrooms together relatively recently and met God. And what was crazy is when we got there, God was Elon. So I was very confused as to what was happening. Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
He's like, yeah, you want to see the new Tesla? It's awesome.
Yeah, the Tesla truck. You let me drive the Tesla truck through a cloud. It was incredible.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
it
know
was a
it could
pretty
do
good
that.
time.
It was like a
All right,
flying time.
Brianna, can we talk a little bit about comedy?
Yeah, we
How's
can.
that for a segue? Yeah,
I mean, we are talking about poor people, and that's the biggest segue into comedy that I've ever heard. So.
Oh man, Brianna, when'd you get your start? What made you want to get started in comedy?
I mean, I've always watched stand-up as a kid. Like, it was always on. My parents loved Comedy Central, and, like, they didn't care that I was, like, 3 years old. They're like, we're watching this man screaming the word cunt and fuck and all these, like, things. So, like, I've always been around it. And I grew up a fat, poor girl, so, you know, personality was all I had, and I was always, like, the funny one, at least. So, like, I'd always have people like, oh, you should do stand-up, or, like, you should, like, blah, blah, like, you're funny. So it's like, I was always told that I was funny until you start comedy, and then it's everybody being like, you suck. And it's like, all right, that's fine. But no, I started doing it, I don't know, something just kind of, I was like, you know what, I think I will try. I remember it was when I was at Ralph's, they were doing those FBW shows, and I saw Jesse doing it. And
I was there.
Yeah, I loved that one. And like, it was, no, it wasn't the one you were on, or you might have, but it was Jesse.
No, I wasn't on it, but I was in that room because I saw that show. Yeah.
I think we talked about this, but yeah, like I saw Jesse do it, and I was just like, wow, like he must be like on TV or something. Like, he's so funny. Like, I didn't fucking know. And like, he was just so funny. And I was just like, holy shit. And I was like, I kind of want to do like the improv thing, like the characters and stuff. I was like, I could do that. That sounds fun. And then so I started doing like the Dirty Jern poetry show or whatever, which is also at Ralph's. And so that's where I like started or whatever. My first ever set I had like recorded and shit. It's still on Instagram. Anybody can see like the physical first time I ever did comedy. I don't care. I'm not ashamed of it. Like am I still like that? No. Like, do I watch it and I'm like, oh yeah. Obviously. That's called growth. Shit snacks. Like, I just drooled to myself. Doesn't matter. Anyway. So
passion. It's passion.
But it's like, I'm not like, you see people like being like, oh, never post your videos or whatever. And it's like, why? Like, I don't care. So yeah, so that's up on there. And then from there, I think the first ever non-mixed mic I did was Kevin Knightley's at the whatever you call it, Electric Haze there. And
oh no shit.
Yeah, he was like the first non-mixed mic I did, because he did it on Tuesdays, and I was like, oh, I can do 2 this week, cool. So I did that one, and then I did his. And then from there, when I like met him and stuff, I started like talking to like all you guys. You were like, oh yeah, there's one here, and I was like, oh shit. And then I joined the groups, and I was like, oh, there's so many of them. And then I started doing like you fucking know, like I did like 5 mics in one day, and that's not in New York. Like, I literally drove and ground out like 5 fucking mics all over fucking Massachusetts, and like I would try to double up at least every single night. Like, I went hard in the fucking mics, and like so. And I just did that forever and ever. And I was working a full-time job, and I would be on 4 hours of sleep doing fucking full-time job during the day, and then like 2-3 mics at night, and then like fucking just doing that shit. And yeah, it kind of paid off. Like, there's definitely people who don't realize like I'm only a little over a year in. Like, oh yeah, like yeah.
No,
like,
you're talked about very prominently. You're very, you put in the work, man. You made a lot of that. You put a lot of. I think, I ain't naming names, but you put a lot of people, I think, like, it was like a gut check, right? To see someone new come in and then just take to it so fast, and then just, I remember seeing you, and then like I remember I was talking to you, I had just met you, and then you're like, yeah, this is like my 3rd show today. And I was like, oh, this is my 3rd show this week. And I thought I was like in a good spot, but like, no, hearing someone, put that energy in, it was always very, I want to say inspiring, I guess. It was always like, okay, there are people out there working this hard. You got to too, because, you're sharing a stage with them, and you got to respect them, because if they're putting in the effort that you're not, you're the problem to making the show not as good as it could be, right?
No, like that's the thing. Like,
I'm the problem.
Weird. You're not the problem, Liam. See, I always get weird when people are like, oh, like you inspire me, or like you're an inspiration. I'm like, Why? I don't mean to. I'm just being a goober. Like, I don't know. I don't want that.
Fine.
Just out here having fun.
You've never made me want to be a better person. Okay?
Thank you, Liam. Please be a piece of shit near me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any inspirations, Brieana? Like, who got you into like when you were younger watching comedy? Did any comic really stick out to you, make you say like, "This is what I want to do"?
I remember that it wasn't so much. It's weird, but it's not even like comics specifically. It's like the stages themselves, because I'm very into like art and design. I'm like, oh, those stages are cool. Like, I was like, I want a cool stage. Like, I want like the cool lights and like the stage design. So it's like not even like I saw like a comic special and I was like, yeah, I want to be that person. I saw this. I've literally never talked about like this because I feel like I sound like a fucking moron, but I'm like,
this is interesting. It's you.
Yeah,
this is like really good stuff. Keep talking. Yeah.
Like, I've never, like, there wasn't no one special. It was like the stages. I was like, I want that. I want, like, there was one on Comedy Central. It was like a regular one. It was like this pretty blue light. It was like this really nice shade of blue. And I was like obsessed with it. And I was like, I just want like that blue stage. And like, I just want a reason to be on there. And like, it was like one of those, it's like a showcase show, like just a bunch of people who aren't like, they're not like Dave Chappelle, but they were on the TV, like whatever. And I just fucking loved all of them. And I did have a few like, you know, like famous favorites. Like I like Dimitri Martin, I like Jim Brewer, Mitch Hedberg, Louis
R.I.P. baby.
I think it's pretty obvious that I like Louis Black sometimes when I start yelling and stuff. Like I like, like I'm just yelling and it's funny and I'm mad. And like, I just liked a lot of funny shows. I feel like, yeah, like just funny, just having a good time. I just like colorful, bright, jazzy, high energy, like whatever. So when people ask like, oh, who's your favorite comics or who's your inspiration? I always feel like such a fucking jackass because I'm like, I don't really have one. Like I have a bunch that I liked, but like really I just want an excuse to have a big cool stage and I'm gonna put cool stuff on it.
So you envision, you know, I'd love to see a Brieana Woodward you know, owned comedy club. Like that would be cool as shit with your art hanging out everywhere. And like I bet it'd be a really neat spot. Is that something you envision that you want?
Kind of. Like I don't like it goes back to the commitment thing. If I open like a brick and mortar or something, that means I have to be there. But would I be down to like if I were to ever have like a special or something, do I want it to be like somewhere cool where I'm gonna fucking make the stage sick? And like I don't know if you ever saw the Miley Cyrus Bangers tour, but like that's kind of like my aesthetic. She had a giant hot dog she was riding around on. She had like there was like a midget in a Liberty Bell suit. It was fucking awesome. Okay.
Wow.
Fucking show I've ever seen. Like she had a tongue slide and like it was just crazy. It was just so bananas and weird and I fucking loved it. And I was like, yeah, like that shit that like I want. So it's like stuff like that. Like Pee-wee's Playhouse was like a big favorite thing of mine when I was a kid. So like in my head,
sweet.
Yeah, it's like an adult like Pee-wee's Playhouse type aesthetic. Like that's really all I want. Doesn't have to be a permanent forever club thing, but like if I could just have a scenario where I could like design a set like that and be able to do comedy and have a lot of fun and make everybody happy for 5 minutes. Like
you should do like a Woodstock of comedy.
Yeah, like I'm into like it. It doesn't need to be all about me. I want it to be cool for everyone, like a Woodstock, like just a big event. I love events. I love parties. I feel
that.
These are sowing some seeds that I hope develop into a monstrous tree.
That Woodstock of comedy idea is sticking. Like that's gonna
yeah. It's marinating right now. I feel it. The thoughts are just being layered on top of each other, and you know, as with any great idea, I'll probably need to sleep on it for a few days until I wake up in sweats and there's nothing I can think about but it. So I've decided every relationship. But no, dude, that was awesome. That's exciting to hear your vision. And you know, it's a good image. Like a lot of people, huh?
It's like, ew, I feel so vulnerable and seen. People are gonna listen to this and be like,
we got to some core here on Good Vibes Live. That's
what we do. We create an atmosphere of comfortability where you just feel like you're hanging with the squad and you're open, you know?
Yeah.
That's
I just love Liam. He knows I'll tell
How
him.
could you
anything.
not?
He's
No,
one of
no
my-
offense to me, but yeah, I mean, I love Liam.
No offense.
Shut
Well, I
up.
met you today, okay? But
No,
I've
it's fine.
known Liam for a little while now, and like he's a sweetheart. He's very, even though he has those cold, dead eyes like a doll's eyes.
She's so right. She's so right. People tell me all the time, they look into me, my eyes, they're like, man, I can't tell if you're like thinking about killing me or not. Or my parents, and close friends, or loved ones.
No,
Sorry,
but he's very genuine. He's a good boy. He doesn't, he stays out of trouble.
You're killing the whole persona. Like,
Liam's a bad boy.
Liam's a bad boy. Look at him with his lava lamp.
Yeah. Liam's sex appeal.
It's all Mercury. It's all Mercury. I'm getting bad cancer by being in the studio.
Liam doesn't need sex appeal or anything. He is 6'4". He will clean up wherever he goes.
Do that, man.
Let's move on. I can't take this
damn
anymore.
Liam, you're casual 6'4" too.
I don't know what that means. It makes me feel weak.
His hair makes him like 6'6".
Especially when he's got the long hair and it's poofed up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Neutron poof. I love it.
The early quarantine days.
You were getting real bushy for a while.
Yeah, I just didn't give a fuck. I had a hard time finding any reason to get up. So it was like, why shave my head or cut my hair? What's the point? You know?
I let my hair go and now I'm blonde again.
Yeah, well, it looks great. Doesn't look like shit like I did. So
it's my natural hair color, sir. I literally did nothing.
And my natural hair looked like shit. So I say the same thing.
Good vibes, Liam. Okay, I like bushes. I like nature. You were like
I like bushes, like nature. Yeah. You know what I was thinking? Thank God you don't do like crazy drugs, because if you're already envisioning like a giant tongue slide on a stage, like I can't even imagine what like things like that would come up. You're like giant demon dicks or something like that. Like
I come up with weird shit, like the stuff I like draw and stuff. Like there's a lot that I like don't post or like I just don't draw because I'm like, oh geez Louise, but like it's just weird shit. I just like it, and then I'm like, not to be like one of those like, oh, I'm so like deep and weird, but like
you're an artist.
People definitely don't believe at first that I don't do drugs because they're like, what the fuck? Like, where did this come from then? And I'm like,
I definitely I remember one time we did a show, like a house show at like your place, which was a great time. It was a lot of fun, but like I was like, I don't want to be like, I want to say I was like creeping on your art or stuff, but I remember I was like going through and I was looking through your stuff and I'm like, my God, this is amazing. It's all amazing, but like it's like some of this is just like it's like twisted stuff. It's good. You're multi-talented in what you draw. You know, you'll go from. Do you have with you that Spider-Man thing that you had just a second ago?
Yep. This is a Spider-Man one and a Hulk one.
So this is a collage for the listeners. This is a collage of superhero like comic things
made out of actual vintage comic books. I paste.
Oh.
I paste the cover in the back of the canvas. That's how you know it's like original and like
I didn't
real.
even know that.
Yeah, it's not even like, oh, like I just cut and paste and arrange on a computer. Like, no, I sat here with a fucking X-Acto knife and I cut out. This is another one. It's freaking like Captain America, and I like arranged them. These take me like, I don't know, like 3 to 6 hours anywhere usually. Maybe up to like 10 start to finish. I don't know. I time it through fucking like Netflix. I'm like, I watched Jeffrey Epstein, the whole documentary while making this, so I know it's at least 3 hours, and I had shit cut out already. But yeah.
Little Richard's Island is just Spider-Man is on it. Just
oh man. It's like I do, and I've made 9 of these so far. I actually have most of them right here. I have fucking, I don't know if you do this a visual podcast or if it's just listeners. Sorry if it's
we do visual.
Yeah, as well.
YouTube.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So here's like Ghost Rider that I did. I got to bring that to Brian O'Donnell. This is Aquaman, which is actually still for sale. These are the first like 2 that I did. This is the first one ever. It's a Spider-Man, Peter Parker. This one's Iron Fist and Power Man, and like, yeah, they're all
so fucking good. Why? Like, I don't know. It's only a matter of time until some comic artist, like
you like
picks you up.
physically like cut and paste them.
Yeah, like physically.
Like your
I wish I
hands?
had a stack of the little things near me. They're all in the living room because that's where I like sit. But
What type of glue do you use?
Mod Podge.
I don't know what to.
I
don't
have
know
a
any
big
type of glue.
fat tub of Mod Podge, and I just like what I do is actually, you know what? Hold on, give me 1 sec. Just edit this out.
Sure. No, we'll take your time. No worries. Me and Mike can entertain. Mike, how you doing? You doing well?
I'm living, man. I'm living. I'm a little smacked that Keep Infused Blunt got me higher than anticipated.
Sure.
But I suppose I should have anticipated getting high. So.
Oh yeah, I think you're doing well. You don't seem too high. You know, you know, just a classic Mike right here. Doesn't seeing Brieana's many talents just make you feel like you haven't accomplished anything in
It
your
really
entire
makes
life?
me feel very inadequate right now.
Yeah,
like, I need to fucking step up.
Like I feel the same way. Every time she shows me, she'll just like text me like one of those collages, for instance, and just be like, yeah, you know, I put this together in an afternoon and I know it's better than anything you've ever put together ever.
That is not what I said.
Oh, she's back. Look.
All right. So yeah. So here's some leftovers from the Captain America one, but it's like, so each panel there'll be like a little character, and I'll cut out the character. I'll get rid of the background and stuff. And then what I have to do is I don't like seams. Like, see how this guy is like, there's like an edge on him.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle. So I have to figure out arrangements where it covers the seam, and then it looks like it's just like one spot. And then I just do that over and over again. Like, this guy has a seam right there, so I'd probably like put that there. And then I just like, it's just constant arranging. Like, I wouldn't want to put it here because his face will be covered by the hand. So like, I have to find something else. So I'll get something like this guy, and like, you just like create edges and seams, and like, you just put this thing together, but you also have to conform it to an 8x10 canvas and like arrange it so that you can see everything clearly, and like that it's cohesive, and that you can like tell what things are and like stuff like that. And like, you kind of get cool patterns that like come out of it. Like this one, there's kind of like circles with like the faces, because that's
Oh, yeah.
the like lines, and like that just happens like naturally with like what I'm given with. Like, you can kind of tell like these patterns and stuff, and like having a background design definitely helps, because I can like identify like what'll work. And like, yeah, or like sometimes I'll have like a scene, and then I'll just take the cutouts of the heads or whatever, and I'll like build around the scene. And like, it's just like, there's a bunch of different processes, but it like takes a long time to cut out each little finger, each little detail with like an X-Acto knife. And like, you can't, and since it's so like impermanent, like if something fucks up, I don't glue it right away. So a lot of it, I have to arrange it, rearrange it, and then kind of glue as I go, rearrange. Like, they take a long fucking time to do. It's a process. It's a really big process. And then like, I hope to get $40 for it. And it's like, if like, people might be like, oh, like $40, whatever. Like, they'll look at it and think like, oh, like I can get something like this off of Target. Cause like, they do like comic, like the idea of a comic collage is not new. Like, I am not fucking breaking any ground by doing this, but like, I spent like real time doing it cause I enjoy it. And like, say I spent 6 hours on it. Well, and I only get $40, $40 divided by like 6 hours. It's like, cool. I made $6.66 an hour. That is below minimum wage.
Was that on purpose? Did you plan that? Did you know that number was going to happen?
No, but I'm glad it happened.
Check out. Is that math right? Let's say that math is right.
It checks out. I did it in my head.
$40 divided by 6 hours is only, and that doesn't count the fact that canvases, you know, I got to spend money on those. And so it's like, you take it out and it's even less than fucking like $7 an hour, and you have to like constantly convince people that it's like worth it. And that's why the arts like kind of like have like a hard time, because it's like, you know what, someone probably could buy like a fucking cheap print. Like, if you want like a comic book art, I'm sure you could just type in cheap comic book art off of fucking like target.com, find something and just buy it there. But like, I don't know. And it's like, so it's like, well, why do I do this then? It's like, well, like I was saying, I don't do it for the money. I do it because I genuinely enjoy doing it. And I want like someone to be like, wow, because there is a difference between buying something that's mass produced and being like these are not prints either. These are originals. These are what I pasted, like did them. And it's like, I like worked on this. Like, you know, like, you can imagine me sitting there cutting and doing all this meticulous shit, and it wasn't just like a fucking bing, bang, boop, done. All right, $10. Like, no, it's expensive for a reason. But, like, when you think about the
it's real
expense,
art.
it's still cheap as fuck.
Yeah. All right, let's tie. I got two more questions. We can make them quicker. First one. I haven't been doing stand up during this whole pandemic time. You know, the end times, as it's been referred to by God. But I'm doing actually my first stand up show this Friday. It's outdoors.
Casey?
Yeah. It'll be it's
the new poster for that?
What?
Did you see the new poster for that show?
It's funny. I like just on my phone. I just got a message about that new poster. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. You made it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely amazing. I can't wait to share it. I love sharing, dude. I like your St. Fatty's Day show poster. That's just a classic. I mean,
that's still my favorite poster. I'm sad it never happened, but, like, because obviously the world shut down. But like, that is a great fucking poster.
It was too good. That was the problem. Like, it was too good. That show was that lineup. But yeah, so I'm doing that. Do you have any advice? Because you've done a few outdoor shows. How do I go out into this world and stay safe while, you know, telling some jokes? Just hope for the best.
The obvious answer is don't go out like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like safe sex. The really 100% safe way is to just not do it. But you know what? Sure. Some shit's fun, and you're just gonna accept that risk. So by going out, the safest thing is just make sure that like you have your mask on. Like, don't fucking touch people. Like, just stay away. Like, only people you trust or whatever. And like, wash your hands a lot, do the fucking what do you call it, hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah.
I know it's bad to like not like support the venue, whatever, but like I don't get drinks that you drink out of like a cup. Like, get like a bottle of water or something if you want.
Yeah.
But like, I don't touch anything. I don't eat anything. I just kind of like, I keep to myself as much as I can. And on stage, just as long as the stage runner is like wiping down the microphone and is like taking every precaution that they can, it's a risk. But it's really no other risk than like going to Walmart or something and like touching shit that a billion other people are touching. It's like,
this is
as
true.
long as you try, you should be relatively fine. But then again, the shows I've done, I also won't go to like spiking areas. I won't go to densely populated areas. Like, a lot of the outdoor shows I've been doing are like breweries in Connecticut, where it's like very rural. It's very spread out. Like, the numbers were never like skyrocketing high. Like, it's not like New York. It's not crazy. And it's like, and I just stay home, you know, any other time. Like, I go grocery shopping. I don't really eat out at restaurants too much. Like, I went out with my mom one time, but like, whatever. It's like, I'm not there. And there's people who are probably going to fucking blacklist me for even doing that. And like, that's fine. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not like #reopen. I'm not like out here, like not wearing a mask, fucking around, being a shit.
Don't believe in the virus.
Yeah, but I'm not like I'm not like I was when it first hit, where I'm like, I'm never leaving my home. I'm never ever like going out. It's like, no, like I will take cautions that risks I'm comfortable taking with minimal blowback to anyone else. Cause like, again, like I live alone. I don't have a job, so I'm not really out anywhere. I'm not out any more than anyone else would be out. Cause like, I got to go food shopping, you know, I got to go to Walmart. Like, I got to get my shit. But like, yeah. And then the shows, it's people like, it's oftentimes with my boyfriend. I'm obviously going to be near him, so any risk he has, I also. So like, it doesn't really like. Yeah. It's like it's like people that I'm gonna see anyway, and like we're all kind of like in it together. But like.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'll also be sure to carry a firearm.
Yeah, definitely. I suggest an AK or like a nice, you know.
I love the way AKs make my eyes look. I've always said that.
I don't know. I think like a 45 would definitely bring out the
soullessness.
Yeah.
Okay. One more thanks for that, Brieana. I just genuinely was curious.
None of that was supposed to be medical advice. I don't know. I feel like I don't like being asked that question because it's very point of contention. Like, there's people.
No, yeah, of course. And in reality, like, you know, I haven't done anything because I was like, what, do you want to be part of the problem? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I'm only doing
you're
this.
Part of the problem. If I don't go out, my mom's calling me a pussy. It's like, I can't.
Yeah. Like, I'm only doing this one because it's outdoor. I'm being told all the precautions are being put in place. So I'm going to do everything I can on my end to greater, you know, whatever. But we know this virus has just been created by the liberal media to get Trump not reelected. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this. Okay, next question, everybody. Let's I don't know. Let's just tie it back together to talking about how thanking you again for creating this amazing piece of art that is Good Vibes, Lives brand and insignia, if you will. I think it'll be sketched down to the annals of history as the most important piece of art that's ever been created.
I mean, I definitely pulled it out of the annals of my history, so.
That's comedy, folks. There it is. Remember, you can make sure to post the link in the description so you can go and buy all your Good Vibes Live merch, supporting local artists, and just helping us take over the world with good vibes. We're at the point in the show, Mike's favorite point, as we all know, where we all, including you, Brieana, I put you on the spot. One day, my hope is someone's going to come on and know this is going to happen. But I really enjoy.
I want somebody to be prepared for this.
Yeah. But I'm never going to tell someone about it before.
No. Because then we know if they watch. We know if they're real or not.
That's what I do.
Oh, shit. I wicked don't watch. What's happening?
I know.
I'm pretty offended
so
that
right now.
You designed our intro and our T-shirts, and you don't even watch the show.
I had to listen to every 5-hour podcast that I drew a logo for.
I think we are a comfortable time.
We do tight 40 minutes to 90 tops.
Yeah, we're a comfortable amount of time. Perfect for any commute, or if you're just cleaning around the house and you need to get yourself helped. This is the podcast.
In the background, assuming I clean is a stretch. But
or I heard we're keeping marriages together. That's what people tell me every day.
That is what they're saying. It's crazy. I was watching Dr. Oz the other day, and he says this new self-help podcast will find that spark in your bedroom that you've been missing. And boom, all of a sudden I just see Liam in his suit on a Zoom call, and I'm just like, holy moly, would you look at that? We're the number one self-help podcast in the nation. We actually just surpassed Call Her Daddy. Bleep that out. No free fucking promotions.
No free promotion. They're asking, I heard they want us to be the new Call Her Daddy girls, but
that's what they were saying. I don't know if you pay attention to the beef and all, but I guess there's only one of the girls now. So they're looking for new hostesses, if you will, and they were saying me and Liam kind of fit the description.
They could call me daddy. I don't care.
Yeah, we could.
That's good. This is so good and organic.
Ask Your Mommy. Can we change our podcast name to Ask Your Mommy?
Ask Your Mommy Vibes Live. I love it. It's
Ask Your Mommy
Vibes. Okay.
Ask Your Mother.
Let's enter the segment, guys. You ready?
All right.
Brianna, are you ready?
I'm ready to end.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brianna, what we do is we have this little thing called, it's like a companion piece to our show. We have a playlist of songs that put us in good moods, and we add to it every week.
I have a playlist.
So we have so me and Mike, obviously, we throw a song in every week that we think is good, and then we ask our guests to throw a song in that they think makes them feel good. So we get a little bit more variety into our playlist every week.
A little taste. Yeah. I think it was, what's the name of it? Hot 97, I want to say, called it the playlist of the century, actually. They said, there's this new playlist out. Like, if you're not streaming it, you're an asshole. It's Good Vibes Live. And then it was just Liam in a Zoom suit again, like his little Zoom picture. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, just it's Time Magazine said it's the only playlist you should have.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mike, do you want to go first?
I'll go first. My song of the week. All right, now this one, every song on it makes you feel good, but this is one of those songs where the rhythm gets in your bones. You have if you don't dance while this song is on, I have no choice but to assume you are a spawn of Satan. Anyways, the song is Brieana by Baker Matt.
Cool, I'm into it. Brieana, do you want more time?
I'm trying to I have a whole playlist that is my own Good Vibes playlist. There's so many different genres. Is there
gun to your head? I'm putting it there. Pick.
You have to choose.
Yeah. One.
And you can't choose wrong.
You can't choose wrong. It's impossible.
There are no wrong answers.
I really want to pick. It's such a stupid song. It was like one of those like TikTok challenge songs, but I don't care.
Let's do it.
No, I'm gonna say it, but it's not my pick. The Get Up by Blanco Brown just really gets me, but I feel like it's dumb. I feel dumb.
What song was it?
The Get Up by Blanco Brown, but I really like. All right, I'm gonna pick this one. I think. Okay, so there's this artist called Saweetie, Saweetie, and she did a song with David Guetta called "I'm That Bitch," and I'm like, you're right, I am that bitch. She also has a song called "My Type," which is very fun. Pretty much anything by like Saweetie is very fun.
I'm That Bitch, you say? Is that your song of the week?
I'm that bitch. But then
That's
I'm like,
final answer.
Final answer.
I don't know. There's another one. There's I don't know. Miss B by Lake Clay 47. I don't know. You know.
Which one? Pick. We can't do this. We can't do. We don't have this power.
Question. This is the worst segment I've ever.
No. This is you. You're
She doesn't need
internalizing.
So hard. This is hard. Okay.
No, I already added "I'm That Bitch." It's too late.
Yeah, my vote
just
on that
to
bitch.
hit it.
Personally, my vote is "I'm That Bitch."
All right, "I'm That Bitch" is
cool.
By Saweetie.
All right. For me, I got this one's just a really nice. It just sounds angel sweet. You know, it sounds fantastic. Okay. It's called "Goodie Bag" by Still Woozy.
Oh, that is a good song.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I heard it in a meme once, and then I had to track it down, and here we are.
It makes you feel, good.
Yeah.
Makes you feel
Perfect.
Makes you feel good.
Something that I just found out about this playlist is when it's done playing, the after songs that play that are related to the playlist, because it sounds similar. It's a similar vibe. Those are also great. Every one of them are knock it out of the park, which tells me, tells us, the brand, that we are amazing and immaculate. We're immaculate.
We're doing incredible.
All right, Brieana, thank you so very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure getting to speak to you. Kevin Knightley's calling me.
Oh
Declined.
Get out of here, Kevin Knightley. What a real piece of shit.
Right? I know. Total trash. I hope he's not in trouble right now. But I'm his emergency contact. So let's this has been Good Vibes Live episode 9. Thank you to anyone listening, watching. No one's listening really because the Spotify is a mess, and that's on my
fuck you, Liam, dude.
I know, Mike. Hey, it's the problem because I don't know how to take audio from a YouTube video and put it into this. I don't know how to do that. As soon as I learn how to do that,
there's websites where you can just
but you got to pay for it, and they only go up to 100 minutes. So when you have something that goes, what's good?
I can convert them for you. I know how.
Well, everybody, hey, we got answers. Brieana does it all. She's the real producer here. The real producer. She also writes every episode because this is all written. It's been pre-recorded and all that.
We are actors.
We're actors. This is a movie. You're watching a movie. So
I think I'm in a movie.
You got to think that way, and you got to live that way every day. Fake piss, buy it, use it, get your job, get your dream job, and then take some of the fetish piss home. All right, everyone. This has been Good Vibes Live. I'm going to end it there, and I guess I'm ending the recording. Thanks again, Brieana. Thank you again. Buy her art, buy our shirts.
This is very.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, Brieana. What'd you say?
I said thank you so much. This was very fun, sir.
Right.
Okay. I said I was having a great time. You run a great show. It was very fun hanging out. I enjoyed being here. Thank you for giving me a platform to scream about my fucking thoughts, sir. Okay, is that what we wanted to hear, Liam?
Yes.
God, you're the best.